Welcome to my channel Physics is Easy. Today we are going to discuss laws of motion, chapter 5 of class 11. तो पहले हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं, इस चैप्टर में इसका इंट्रोडक्शन एंड इसका बेसिक्स को हम समझ सकते हैं. उसके बाद इसका जो न्यूमेरिकल्स है उसमें हम लोग धीरे धीरे जाएंगे, जो कि क्लास 11 के लिए और जेई, आईटी, जेई मेन सबके लिए जो काम में आएगा. तो पहले हम लोग स्टार्ट करते हैं फर्स्ट लॉ से. फर्स्ट लॉ, फर्स्ट लॉ में क्या बोला गया है? इफ देयर इज एफ नेट external force is 0, then we can say acceleration, net acceleration of the body also 0. That is, net acceleration is 0. That is, a body in rest will be in rest, and a body in motion continue its motion, okay, with uniform velocity. Uniform velocity, that is, the speed and the direction must be same, that is, it will move in a straight line. So this is first law. This law also known as the law of inertia. From this we can get the definition of force. What is force? That is, force is that external agent which causes the change in the state of motion of that body or of rest. That is, a body, whatever its state, whether it is at rest or motion, if it will change, then there must be an external force. Now, if net external equals to 0, that doesn't mean there is no force, but total external force is 0. If there is more than one force, F1, F2, F3, then the vector sum of all these forces must be 0. Unit of force is Newton in SI unit and dyne in CGS unit. And sometime during solving problem you will get the unit of force just like kg weight or kgf. So 1 kg weight equals to 1 kg f equals to 10 Newton or 9.8 न्यूटन. जी अगर 10 दिया रहेगा तो 1 kg weight और 1 kg f equals to 10 न्यूटन. G 9.8, then 1 kg weight or 1 kg f is 9.8 Newton. Now, about the force, it's different types. One is non-contact force, another is contact force. There is also other type of force, that's weak force and strong force or nuclear force. But weak force and nuclear force in 12, so we are not going for that. And in non-contact force, only gravitational force. gravitational force, and there is also other, that magnetic force or electrostatic force, there is also, but in this chapter we need gravitational force, and also for contact force we need tension, force, normal reaction, etc. There is also other force, but mainly this non-contact force, gravitational force, and contact force, tension and normal reaction is mainly required for this chapter. So gravitational force, what is gravitational force? If the mass of this body m, then this weight equals to mg. This is the gravitational force, okay, acting on this body. This weight or this gravitational force acting perpendicularly downward, but this is only for a flat surface. If we take a flat surface, then only we can say that this weight is acting perpendicularly downward. But it is better to say this weight is acting perpendicularly towards the center of the earth. So if we take this type of spherical surface, then if we put a body here, then its weight will act towards the center of the earth. If this is the earth and if a body is there, then its weight is towards this. If the body is in this position, then its weight in this direction. So it is better to say that weight acting towards the center of earth. Now tension. Tension T. When it comes if we use string or rope. If a body is suspended, okay, if a body is suspended from a solid support by this string, then there is a force acting downward, that is the weight. If its mass is m, then this weight equals to mg. But still this is not going downwards, so there must be an opposite force towards this direction. This is tension. So जो फोर्स ऊपर की तरफ काम कर रहा है, जो इसको बैलेंस कर रहा है, that force is called tension. So in this case, this is the tension. So what is the direction of tension? Just from the body, we are finding the tension in this point. So from the body, its direction is away from that point. Is away from that point. Let's see another example. Two body. Weight. So tension away from this body, here in this direction. Away from this body, so here in this direction. So this is also T1, T1, and away from this body, so here T2. Here both the tension is T1 because the string is same. If string is same, then tension is same. If string is different, then tension is different. But this is true that string is same, so in every point tension is same. This is true if and only if the string is massless. If we consider the string with some mass, then this must be changed. Now for this diagram, there is a pulley. We take a body here and then M1, M2, M3. The tension in this string is in this direction, here in this direction, this, and here this. Here tension from A to point B is T1, but from B to point C the tension is T2, and from C to point D tension is T3. So these three tension T1, T2, T3 may be different, but if we consider this pulley is massless, that's mean light or its mass is negligible, and frictionless, if we consider that too, that it is massless as well as frictionless, then we can say T1 equals to T2 as the string is same, if it is massless and frictionless. But if there is mass and friction, then T1 must not be equal to T2, then there must be other things. So I think tension is clear. What is tension? Now normal reaction. Normal reaction. N. If we keep a body on a surface, let this is the body on this surface, then there is a weight downward, but as there is a weight, but still this body is not going downward, so there must be an opposite force. That is normal reaction. When there is a contact between two surfaces, then this ground or this plane is giving the reaction to this body upward. That is normal reaction. Normal reaction is always perpendicular to the plane of contact or surface of contact. Normal reaction is always perpendicular to this surface of contact. There is also a normal reaction by this body on this. That is also there. So normal reaction is also in this direction. This normal reaction is given by this body on this surface, and this normal reaction is given by this surface on this body, and the weight of the body is downward. But if we consider a surface just like this, an inclined surface, and you keep a body here, then the surface of contact is this. So normal reaction must be perpendicular to this surface. normal reaction must be perpendicular to this surface. If we take a circular or spherical surface, then if we take this body, then its normal reaction is perpendicular to this. This must go through the center, because how we can find this normal? In the point of contact we can draw a tangent, so this is the normal, and the radius is also perpendicular at the point of contact, so this must go through the center. So this is the direction of normal reaction. If a body is here, then its normal reaction in this direction. So always it's perpendicular to the point of contact. So this is the normal reaction. Now we will apply all this to solve some problems. Another thing, very important thing, is FBD, free body diagram. जितने भी प्रॉब्लम्स आने वाले हैं उसमें सब में ये फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम इज टू मच इम्पोर्टेंट. सो व्हाट इज फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम? फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम कोई भी जो प्रॉब्लम होता है उससे लेकर उसमें जो फोर्सेस काम करते हैं उन सारे फोर्स को लेकर हम लोग अलग से डायग्राम बना के उस बॉडी का इक्विलिब्रियम कंसीडर कर सकते हैं. That is free body diagram. Just see, this is a object. So here is a downward force, that is weight equals to mg, and a upward force is normal reaction. This mass is M. So free body diagram of this thing is, take this mass like that, the point mass, so the force on it, and mg. Just take like this. Weight mg, tension T. So free body diagram of this is T mg. So what is the basic of doing free body diagram is that we consider the object just a point, that is a point mass, the total mass concentrated at that particular point, and we will show all the forces acting on that particle. Forces acting on that particle, on that object or on that body. The forces acting on that body, not by that body, on that body. That is the free body diagram. It will be much more clear when we will go through the problems. So if you like the video, then please like and share this video, and to get the upcoming videos, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon, then you will get the notification of upcoming video. So now we can start with some problem. So this is the problem. Here a body of mass m is suspended from a solid support by a string, and another body of mass 2 is also suspended from the body M1. So we have to find out the tension is this string and in this string. So tension in this string, let's see, this is in this direction, away from the point, and here it is in this direction, and here it is in this direction. Here M2G is acting on it. So let this is T2, and this is T1. Here both the tension is same as the string is massless. So we have to find T1 and T2. So if we go through the free body diagram of this body M1, so this is M1 taken as point mass, upward force is T1, downward force is T2, as well as there is a downward force for this body, so there is another downward force is M1G, and for this body M2, free body diagram, upward is T2 and downward is M2G. So as the whole system is in equilibrium, so we can say that total upward force equals to total downward force. As the total force is 0, so total upward force equals total downward force. So from this we can say T1 equals to M1G plus T2, and from this T2 equals to M2G. So from these two equations we can solve T1 and T2. From this one, if we put M2 and G, so we'll get T2, and that value we can put here, and the value of M1 and G, and we will get T1. So in this way we can find out T1 and T2 for this problem. Problem number 1. Problem number 2. Let a body suspended by two strings is suspended by two strings. This is M. So now find out the tension T1 and T2. Find T1 and T2 given this angle and this angle. This one is alpha and this one is beta. So this weight mg is downward. Now to solve this problem, we have to take the free body diagram of that. So free body diagram, that is M, T2 in this direction, this is M, mg in this direction, T1 in this direction. This is beta and this is alpha. Now what can we do? In the last problem, as the force is in one line, so that's why we have taken only sum of the force in that particular direction as 0, the sum of all the forces. But in this case, we have to take f of x equals to 0, summation of f of x equals to 0, and summation of f of y equals to 0. Let this is the x direction and this is the y direction. Now this T1 has two components. In this direction T1 cos alpha, and in this direction it is T1 sin alpha. And for this T2, in this direction T2 cos beta, and in this direction it will be T2 sin beta. So now f of x equals to 0, that is sum of these two forces equals to 0. So as its direction is opposite, so we can say that here we can write T1 cos alpha equals to T2 cos beta. T1 cos alpha equals to T2 cos beta, because these two forces are opposite in direction, and the sum of these two is 0, so this one equals to this one. Clear? This is equation 1. And for this one we can write total upward force, that is T1 sin alpha plus T2 sin beta equals to mg. This is equation 2. This is the process to divide all those forces and find out the equilibrium. So if all those things are given, that is alpha, beta and m, then we can easily find out T1 and T2 from these two equations. So in these problems we can also find out T1 and T2. But in this case we have to take the component of these forces in along x and along y direction. Now problem 3. Let an inclined plane take a body here. So if a body is in this position, then its weight is in this direction, vertically downward, so mg. And the normal reaction must be normal to this surface, that is n. Now this and this, the weight is acting in this direction and normal reaction in this direction. Now if this body is just fixed in this point, so there must be a tension T. So question is that find T and N, that is the tension and normal reaction. For that we will do the free body diagram. This is M, this is the tension T, this is normal reaction N, and this is the weight mg. In this case we take the component of this, not these two, as this is the angle between this is also 90 degree, so there is no problem in taking these two as axis. because this is in inclined plane and this is normal to that plane, so there is 90-degree angle. So we can take easily these two as axis. So if we point in this direction, that is this one, and in this direction, that is this one. These two are the component of this mg, and if this is theta, this is 90-degree as it is vertically downward, so this is 90 minus theta. This one total 90 minus theta, because this is parallel to this, so if we take this as triangle, then also same. This is 90 minus theta, and as this is perpendicular to this, so this must be perpendicular to this. So if this is 90-degree minus theta, then this must be theta. So the component of mg in this direction, mg cos theta, and in this direction, mg sin theta. So each and every time whenever we will solve a problem in inclined plane, then we can take two component of mg sin theta and mg cos theta for mg. So at that time mg will not be there, only mg sin theta and mg cos theta. So remove it, the component of this in this direction, mg cos theta, and in this direction, mg sin theta. So now if we take it as equilibrium position, then we can easily say that in this direction total sum of the force is 0. So T must be mg sin theta and N must be mg cos theta. Let's take another example. M1 and this M2. So force on this, this is theta, so this is mg, this is the normal reaction. In this direction, this is theta, so this also be theta, and the component of mg in this direction is mg cos theta, and in this direction it is mg sin theta. Tension in this direction, and for this is m2g, and tension is this direction. As the pulley is massless and frictionless, so tension here is also T and here is also T. So from the equilibrium of this body, we can write T equals to m2g, that is equation 1. From this one, T equals to m1 m1g sin theta, and from this direction it is 2, and from this direction N equals to mg cos theta, this is 3. So if m1 and m2 is given, so from this we can find out, if we put m2 and g, then we can find out the tension, and putting the value of tension is this equation, and the value of m1 we can find out theta, and also putting the value of theta and M1 we can find out normal reaction. So we can find T, theta and N when M1, M2 is given, and obviously value of G is given. Is given M1, M2 and G is given. So we can solve this problem in this way. Take another problem. Let two block is there, M1 and M2. So this block is in contact with this one here. So weight of this one is acting in this direction, M1G, and normal reaction on this block given by this block is in this direction. Let it N1. Now this block, second one, is in contact with this. So this surface will give a normal reaction on this, and the weight of this block is downward, M2G. And another normal reaction of this surface on that body is, let N2. Since the mass of the body is M2 and this mass of the body is M2, and as both these block are in contact in this position, so as this block is giving normal reaction to this in upward direction, so this also gives a normal reaction to this in downward direction, and that will be same as that. So that is N1. So if we take a free body diagram of this block, then we can write that M1 upward direction is N1 and downward is M1G. As this N1 is the force acting on this block of M2 by M1. So we are not taking it here, because at first I told that the free body diagram, to take a free body diagram, we have to consider the object as point object and only the force acting on this. So there is two force acting on this, one upward and another downward, and this force acting on this block. So this is for M1 block. So we can write in equilibrium that N1 equals to M1G, and for this block we can write, we can make the free body diagram just like that upward direction N2, downward M2G, and another downward force is N1. So we can write for this N2 equals to, this is for M2 block, N2 equals to N1 plus M2G. So this is N1, the value of N1 is M1G plus M2G equals to M1 plus M2 into G. Though it is same, that considering the total weight of these two blocks downward and taking the normal reaction as a whole, but conceptually that is not correct. Conceptually we have to take the normal reaction of this one in downward direction. So this is the two equation, and in this way we can find out the normal reaction in both the contact when two blocks are there in contact and the blocks and the surface is in contact. So this is the concept based on first law. This concept will also combined with some other things to make a complicated problem, which we will discuss later. Best of luck.